All right, so you're thinking of selling your home in the next 3 to 6 months. Here are some things that you should never do in preparation to get your home for sale, as you will not recoup your investment on these. We're gonna identify the top bad investments, burn your money, do not do these things when you're thinking about selling your home. I'm Greg de Denus with the de Denus team here in Hamilton, Ontario. If you like this kind of content, please do like and subscribe, and let's get into the content. Number one thing not to do if you're thinking of selling your house in 3 to 6 months short term, we'll even stretch that out to like a year actually, is putting in a pool. Pools became very popular when people were forced to stay in their houses, obviously. Kind of reverted back to traditional, expectations surrounding a pool. 50% of the people like them, 50% of the people don't. Pools are hugely expensive. They are a lot to maintain. People generally right now are looking for simplicity in their lives. There's a lot of things that people have to take care of, and having another thing to maintain is definitely not one of them. Chemicals are expensive. They are a safety issue. There's all kinds of rules and regulations around pools. So, if it's already there, sure, keep it in good working order, maintain it, keep your receipts, make sure it's professionally looked after. Definitely do not get the backhoes out and start putting in a pool in your backyard if you are thinking of selling your home in the short term. All right, the second thing is the full kitchen renovation. We're talking like the gut, putting in new countertops, new cabinetry, new high-end appliances. It's very unlikely that someone out there is exactly like you and has your exact taste. Do not engage in a full kitchen gut. I can't tell you how many times we come out to a house for a market evaluation, or we're there for a listing presentation and the homeowner has spent, $50, $100, $150, $200,000 on the brand new kitchen to get it ready for sale. And they've way over improved it. Maybe it's a little bit idiosyncratic for their own taste. There is no way that they're going to get their money back on that in 6 to 12 months. Facelift can be a good idea. Almost always, and that's like paint the cabinet fronts if they're a little bit dated, maybe get some stylish door pulls on, maybe replace a backsplash, but I wouldn't go too deep on a full kitchen gut if you're planning on selling your home in the short term. In addition to the kitchen gut, same thing applies to the full bathroom gut. Bathrooms are one of the most expensive places to renovate in a home. If you do a full bathroom reno, you typically need all the trades. So you need electrical, you need plumbing, you need framing, you need drywalling, you need it all. So it gets very expensive very, very quickly. If you have a dated bathroom, you would be amazed how far really nice linens, an upgraded shower curtain, some greenery, and some nice lighting can go. If you are gonna go and do a light cosmetic update, getting a very on-point medicine cabinet and lighting can go a long way. You do not have to do a full bathroom gut, especially if you're thinking of selling in the short term. All right, in addition to these higher end items that people often do before they get an agent in to take a look at their home is the ADU, additional dwelling unit, in like an exterior garage or actually from scratch. Now, this is something that you will definitely not get your return on investment. This is something that's being pushed by many municipalities. However, if you were going to convert like a garage or an existing structure to an additional dwelling unit, the cost that I've seen just to get these units paint ready are anywhere between $300,000 to $500,000. And paint ready is drywall's up, there's no paint, there's no trim, there's no appliances, there's no fixtures, there's no doors, there's no nothing. So this is a huge investment. Even if a structure is already there, you're going to be running plumbing, you've got to be running electrical, you need insulation, you have to comply with building codes. It is a huge expense. Typically, if you're going to do this, it's to, have a family member come back and live with you, or you're going to be providing a housing for multi-generational living. That's a different thing. But to just, fork over a cool $500,000 to get one more dwelling on your property, it is not worth the investment. You will not recoup that cost if you're planning to sell in the short term. Now, if you're planning to sell in the short term, next is the major systems. Your roof. Let's say you have a roof that's a little bit old, but it's totally fine. It's in well repaired. By a little bit old, I mean less than 15 years old. Rather than replacing the whole roof that's working just fine, have a roofing company come out, do an inspection, get that report, but just going whole hog and replacing the whole roof, it's very, very expensive to do that, and you don't need to do that if it's functioning properly. Obviously, if you can see daylight and you have a skylight that's actually a hole in the roof, you got to fix that and get that taken care of before you sell. You don't have to go replacing the whole roof if it's functioning properly. Having somebody come out and give you a quote for that and have a report that you can give a prospective buyer that has a warranty on it is a great thing to do. In addition to the roof, we're going to talk about windows. Many Many homes are built with vinyl windows. These things are indestructible as long as they've been taken care of properly. You do not have to replace every single window in your house for sale. One thing that you can do is have somebody come out and get them professionally cleaned and serviced outside and inside. This is actually a great return on investment. Now, one caveat that I will say, if you have broken windows or windows that are malfunctioning, if you can't repair them, get them replaced with the same style of window, one at a time. And another place where you can actually get some good return on investment is a new sliding patio door. You've probably all had experiences, you know, if there's a sliding patio door from your kitchen, if it's one of the ancient ones that weighs 9,000 pounds, there's 4 tracks, they're falling off, it keels over and ruins Christmas dinner. That's gonna be trouble. You may wanna consider upgrading that, but if your windows are fine and functioning properly, you do not need to replace every single window in your house. You will not recoup that investment if you are selling in the short term. All right, next is the furnace, air conditioner, and water heater. Do not get yourself into any rentals on those items if they need to be replaced. Typically the buyout on these is double, triple what they would be new. If you have an older furnace that's functioning fine, if you have an older AC that's functioning fine, you do not need to replace these if you're planning on selling your home in the short term. Now, if one of them conks out, you do not have to get the top of the line $10,000 to $15,000 furnace. You can get a furnace that does the job of heating and cooling the home. It's new, that is more than enough. Not get yourself into a rental contract that is hugely expensive to break, because most buyers will not be willing to assume that contract on the purchase, which is why you should also always annually have somebody come out, maintain your furnace and air conditioner, have those service records so when you go to sell your home, you can show a prospective buyer that you've been maintaining them well. All right, so let's finish this video with some things that you absolutely can do that are highly cost effective and likely to make your home very, very appealing in the marketplace. Number one is just put a fresh coat of paint on your home. Typically, it's a good idea to paint your home a neutral color throughout. That is one of the easiest, cost-effective things that you can do. We do have some favorite paint colors that we can be happy to recommend. Generally, you want to stay away from big, bold colors throughout. And yes, I'm looking at you, burgundy feature wall from the 90s, that's got to go. A neutral palette throughout the entire house can go a long way. The second thing that you can do that's very, very cost-effective is to have the same type of lighting throughout. It's very off-putting to potential buyers. If you walk in and you see, you know, coily fluorescence in one room, super bright, you know, high wattage bulbs in another room, soft warm light in another room. You want to have uniform lighting throughout. This is very simple as replacing light bulbs. If you have some old, you know, builder grade boob light fixtures, as we like to call them, you know, feel free to replace those too with simple, unobtrusive fixtures. That is a great way to make your home more appealing in the marketplace. Next is wallpaper. If you have ancient wallpaper, you know, taking up an entire room, especially one of the main rooms, living room, dining rooms, primary bedrooms, kitchens, very good idea to get that taken down. Painting companies can often do this too if you're having somebody come in to do that as well. And of course, another thing is the dreaded old, stained, smelly wall-to-wall carpet. If your carpet is in salvageable condition, definitely a good idea to get a steam cleaner and get it deep cleaned. Get a professional service to come in and do that. It does better than a lot of things, a lot of kind of household grade stuff. It's well worth it to have a professional come out and do that. If your carpet is stained beyond all measure, check and see if the original hardwood is underneath there. That is worth exposing to a prospective buyer. If it's just subfloor, you may want to consider doing a very, very basic click lock, luxury vinyl, laminate, or even entry-level engineered would be much better than having old stained carpet. Last but not least is clean, clean, clean. Make sure that your house is spotless if you're considering listing in the short term, and that includes the exterior as well. So have people come out, you know, pressure wash your home, professionally clean your windows, pressure wash your driveway so the exterior looks just as good as the interior. As always, if you're curious about what your home might be worth in this market, please do reach out. Market evaluations are always complimentary. It's very, very wise to keep track of your biggest asset. If you're thinking of making improvements of your home, we're always happy to come out and advise on that as well with one of our designers. We can put you in touch with people that way too. And if you're thinking about moving to another part of the country or even out of country, we have great referral partners all over. We can definitely put you in touch with them. Thanks so much for watching, and looking forward to seeing you on the next one.